An unforgettable night for Team Europe indeed, but after their defeat there were divisions in the USA ranks. Phil Mickelson criticised captain Tom Watson, comparing his methods to those of 2008 winning captain Paul Azinger.
Unfortunately, we have strayed from a winning formula in '08 for the last 3 Ryder Cups, and we need to consider maybe getting back to that formula that helped us play our best.
He has a difference of opinion. That's okay. You know, that's my management philosophy is different than his.
So, Phil Mickelson mentioned the last time USA lifted the Ryder Cup in 2008. That was against a Europe team led by a man who scored more Ryder Cup points than any other. So let's speak to him now. Sir Nick Faldo, a very good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Manchester. How are you?
I've seen your Twitter this morning, Nick. I know you were in the midst of the celebrations last night. Was it a night to remember?
No, I was in the restaurant and Victor Dubisson came in, so I went and grabbed him for a selfie, for a laugh.
And a great laugh it was last night. What a player he was. We've been treated to golf of the highest order over the last few days. How do you reflect on another Europe Ryder Cup win?
Well, the real bottom line is Europe. Now I'm a stat man for American television. Europe were 110 under par, and America was 78 under par. So that's like 40-odd%, just over 40, difference. So that's the real bottom line of it. I mean, you send your players out the best you can, and Europe performed brilliantly. And and America only had 3 players. Obviously, Patrick Reed had 3.5 points. Jordan Spieth, I think, had 3, or Phil had 2.5. That was their 3 best players. But Europe, of course, were led by Justin Rose with 4 points. I think we had 5 or 6 guys with 3 points. So it just shows you that that as normal, you've got, if you're going to win a Ryder Cup, you've got to have half a dozen of your team have got to be playing at that level, and that's what Europe has been doing consistently for 20 years now.
And it's under such incredible pressure. So many of the players have described Ryder Cup pressure being more than playing in a major, but still we see some incredible shot making. Obviously, the American side, you might say, crumbled under that pressure, but so many incredible shots made during Ryder Cup. Why do we see that so often?
Well, you get so focused. It's number one, it's match play, and part of the mental philosophy of match play is when you get a club in your hand, even like maybe 6 iron or 8 iron in the fairway, you're thinking, right, how close can I get this ball to the hole? Because you're trying to win, so that homes you in. Now, if that ball hops off the side of the green, you're looking and thinking, if I can chip this in, I can still win. So that's your absolute focus. If you've then got this kind of putt, either for a half or for a win, there's no choice. All you're thinking is, I've got to hold it. So after a while, it's a fabulous form of golf. If you could take that that attitude into stroke play events, which is quite difficult because, but for this particular week, when you get so focused and you then do it and you get the intensity of it all, you get the emotion of it all. I mean, the atmosphere was unbelievable. I mean, the stadium these guys are playing in now, I really envy because, for us, the Ryder Cup was huge, was massive, but compared to the scale it is now, 50,000 people out there. We had some holes I bet may have had 15,000, 20,000 people wrapped around one hole, and that was the most amazing amphitheater. I mean, see, they're lucky devils. I wish I had that. I wish I could have felt that. I mean, because the conditions they play under and the way they perform, it's a different level now. It's absolutely fantastic. It
is an event like no other. Let me ask you about the role of a captain, because Phil Mickelson has had a bit of a dig at Tom Watson, saying that his methods maybe weren't like it was in 2008. At that time when you were captain, you famously had some disagreements with Sergio Garcia. Paul McGinley has been, roused as a fantastic leader. What is it that you need to create an atmosphere, a winning atmosphere, for a Ryder Cup? Obviously, like I said, as a captain, it maybe didn't work out, but you were in many teams as a player and a winning player. So what is it that you need to be able to rouse your players, to be able to create an atmosphere and some brilliant shots like we saw over the weekend?
Well, a captain can make you feel good. I mean, Tony Jacklin did a great job in making us feel good. We were second-class travellers in the old days, and Tony said, if I take this on, I want the boys flying first class. I want them wearing the right clothing, all these sort of. So it's the feel-good factor. But when we went out to play, I was very fortunate my era. You know, I got Sevi, Elazabal, I had Langer, Woozy, Monty as in that nucleus of our team. So there's obviously 6 of us. We didn't need any motivation. We didn't need the extra motivational speech in the evening. You know, we were motivated enough to go out and play the Ryder Cup. So some players look for that. I mean, everybody's different. So the captain has to try and jiggle all of that together. But, you know, the real bottom line is of what I said. You know, Europe shot 110 under par. America was 78. They were outplayed. And then for Phil to throw his captain under the bus publicly right there at, you know, the closing press conference was pretty harsh, to be really honest. I mean, sure, yeah, everybody's going to get second guessed and that sort of thing, but you know, again, from stats, you go back to every Ryder Cup, your top 3 players have got to perform. Well, they have performed. Anytime our top 3 players in the world, they performed. They did their lion's share of the points. And anytime your top 3 players don't perform, you're going to lose it. Simple as that.
They did fantastically well. So, Nick, a pleasure talking to you, as always. Enjoy the celebrations wherever you take them from this morning.
All right, thanks so much. Cheers.